Okay, and welcome to a little demo on how to use Tweetdeck, which is very important for using Twitter for this class. I really want you to give Tweetdeck a try when you're working your Twitter accounts, and in fact, it'd be really good to use when you're even using your personal accounts. All right, to get started, you just go to tweetdeck.twitter.com. At that page, you will see a sign in with your Twitter account. So go ahead, sign in with your own personal account. All right, so once you sign in, you're going to see some rows and some columns. And this is a little more complicated than regular Twitter.com, but the idea is that you'll be able to do much more with it. It's way more powerful than what we've been using in the past. So as you can see from mine, I have notifications, which is when anybody follows me, retweets me, anything like that. I have mentions, which are very specifically people mentioning my name or trying to reply to me publicly. And I also have a column for mentions for social NN. And that's the beauty of TweetDeck, is you can have two different accounts or even many accounts on one TweetDeck account. So you could be monitoring them all at once and replying from all of them at once if you wanted to. And these columns are highly customizable. So if you click on Add Column over there on the left, you can choose what type of column you want to have. You could have notifications, which is like what I have with everybody following you. You could do mentions by account, so you could have mentions of social NN and mentions for your personal account. Search is a good one. If you click on search, you can make it search on a hashtag. And so if you want to have everybody who's hashtagging Austin show up in a column, you could do that. You also could do trending and many other things as well. So I suggest you play around with that and get the columns set up just how you want them, and make sure that you have both social NN and your personal account there, and you'll never leave TweetDeck after this. All right, when you click on New Tweet, you will see that you will be able to send a tweet from your personal account. Right now, you don't have social NN on there if you are following along with this and you're logging in for Twitter into TweetDeck for the first time. But I'll show you how to attach an account onto here so you could tweet from either your personal account or social NN. So to add another account, you just click on Settings on the bottom left, and then you click on Settings again, the Department of Redundancy here. And once you do that, you click on Accounts, and you can add a Twitter account. The password and login that you need are on Canvas, so you could just go in there and find them. And once you put those in there, you'll have both accounts on your TweetDeck. All right, so once you've added the social NN account to your TweetDeck, go back and click on New Tweet again. You will see that it has your own personal account as the default unless you change that. But you can click on both, and you could tweet one tweet from both accounts, which I don't really suggest because it'll be pretty rare that a tweet is going to work on both a personal account and a organization account, but it could happen. If you want to tweet just from social NN, you click on your own icon to make it go kind of faded into the background, and then you can tweet from social NN. Now you can also add an image, and you can schedule a tweet, which I don't want you to do. I think scheduling a tweet is a really bad idea. I think scheduling Facebook posts is also a bad idea. I know a lot of organizations do it. Fight that if you ever end up there, because the whole idea of social media is to be social with people, not just broadcast out information. And once you start automating things, it's no longer social. All right, so another thing you'll notice is that you can hover over any tweet that's coming in, and it gives you kind of new options. You can reply to them right from there. You can retweet them right from there. You could even edit and retweet, so you can add your own context or whatever you want to add in front of a tweet, which I think is a good thing to do when you're retweeting. You can't do that on Twitter.com. You have to copy and paste from Twitter.com, but at least here you can edit them. Just be careful to not change somebody's words, and if you do, to keep it shorter, the standard thing on Twitter is to say MT instead of RT. MT meaning modified tweet. But still, try to keep the original idea of their tweet intact. You can also favorite tweets right from here. I think it's a really good practice to favorite tweets that are good out there, especially from people who are big influencers on Twitter, because they will see that. They'll get that in their little notifications row on TweetDeck, or they'll see it on Twitter. And so it's good to do that. Now you also see the three little dots over on the right side. If you click on that, you get all kinds of options from any tweet. So you can tweet right to them, you can follow their account, you can favorite from different accounts, you can send a direct message, and you can add or remove from lists. Now, I'm a big fan of Twitter lists, and so you could make a list right here in TweetDeck. You could also do it on Twitter.com in a similar fashion. Think about during your shifts possibly making a good list of news sources, people that you've found who give interesting news. And then in TweetDeck, you can actually, when you're adding a column, say pull from a list. And then that column will just be from that list. How useful would that be, right? Also do that from your personal accounts. I think it's a good thing to learn how to do to build a good Twitter list of good news sources, or perhaps just pulling in a column with just your classmates in there so that you can see what everybody's saying. Now you can remove any column by clicking on that little thing in the top right of a column, and from there you can delete it. You can actually add alerts as well, which will pull up a little alert in front of you while you're working on something else if somebody were to post in that column. Now, of course, if you did that on your main tweet stream, every time somebody tweeted that you followed would pop up as an alert. That would be really annoying. But if you had a good Twitter list with just a few sources in it and you wanted to see whenever they tweeted, that's a good thing to have. You could also delete the column by clicking on remove down there. You can clear the column out, which doesn't really get rid of their tweets or anything like that. It just clears it out until they start posting some more stuff. And you can also move the columns around with those little arrows on the bottom. So you can move a column into a situation on TweetDeck where you like it, and then you're good to go. And one last thing under settings, if you go back to the settings and you click on settings again, instead of going to accounts this time to add another account, you could go under services. And from there you could do the link shortener. So you could click on bit.ly, which is really cool. So go to bit.ly on the web and set up an account there, your own personal account. And you'll get a username, and they'll give you a big, long bit.ly API key. And what that is, it's like 25 characters or something like that. And once you paste it in here, it'll basically anything you do in TweetDeck, all you gotta do is paste the link in there at the end of your tweet. It'll automatically shorten it as a bit.ly. Now, the advantage of that is when you do log into bit.ly, after you've been posting for a while, you can go see your stats. So you can see what people are clicking on. It keeps track of that for you. That's not required for this course, but if you want to give it a try, give it a try.